ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਲਈ ਮਾਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰਸਿੱਧ ਸਮਾਜ ਸੇਵੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਲੀਡਰ ਤੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਦੀ ਮਜ਼ਬੂਤ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਸਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੂੰ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਆਫ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਐਸੋਸੀਏਸ਼ਨਜ਼ ਦੇ 20ਵੇਂ ਸਥਾਪਨਾ ਦਿਹਾੜੇ ਦੇ ਮੌਕੇ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਲਾਈਫ ਟਾਈਮ ਅਚੀਵਮੈਂਟ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਨਾਲ ਸਨਮਾਨਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਵਾਸ਼ਿੰਗਟਨ ਡੀਸੀ 'ਚ ਆਯੋਜਿਤ ਇਸ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਖੇਤਰਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਮੁੱਖ ਹਸਤੀਆਂ, ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਆਗੂ, ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਅਧਿਕਾਰੀ ਤੇ ਸਮਾਜਿਕ ਸੰਸਥਾਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਨੁਮਾਇੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਿਰਕਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਸਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀਆਂ ਕਈ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਸਮਾਜਿਕ ਸੱਭਿਆਚਾਰ ਤੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਨਮਾਨ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਵਕਾਰੀ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਭੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਸਮਾਗਮ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਭੰਗੜਾ, ਤੇਲਗੂ ਨਾਚ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਸੱਭਿਆਚਾਰਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਾਂ ਨੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਨ ਮੋਹ ਲਿਆ। NCAIA ਦੇ ਆਗੂਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਸਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੇ ਸਮਾਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਏਕਤਾ, ਸੇਵਾ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਤੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਲਈ ਮਹੱਤਵਪੂਰਨ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾਇਆ, ਜਿਸ ਕਾਰਨ ਉਹ ਇਸ ਸਨਮਾਨ ਦੇ ਹੱਕਦਾਰ ਨੇ। 20 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਯਾਤਰਾ ਪੂਰੀ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੀ NCAIA ਨੇ ਇਸ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ, ਏਕਤਾ ਤੇ ਸਸ਼ਕਤੀਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਦੁਹਰਾਇਆ। ਸਮਾਰੋਹ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਪਨ ਐਵਾਰਡ ਵੰਕ, ਕੇਕ ਕਟਿੰਗ ਤੇ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਪ੍ਰਸਤਾਵ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਇਆ। ਵਾਸ਼ਿੰਗਟਨ ਡੀਸੀ ਤੋਂ ਵਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀ ਖਾਸ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ।
ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਸਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਜਾਸੀ ਜੀ, ਸਿੱਖ ਲੀਡਰ ਨੇ, ਸਿੱਖਸ ਆਫ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੇ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਐਂਡ ਚੇਅਰਮੈਨ ਫਾਊਂਡਰ। ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਸਦੀਪ ਜੀ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਲਾਈਫ ਟਾਈਮ ਅਚੀਵਮੈਂਟ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਮਿਲਿਆ NCAIA ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਕੀ ਕਹੋਗੇ? ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਾਂ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ, ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਹੰਬਲਿੰਗ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਹੈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਲੱਖ ਸ਼ੁਕਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਮੇਰੇ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੀ, ਮੇਰਾ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਬੈਠਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਇਹ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ। बहुत ही अच्छी फीलिंग सी और वाहिगुरू का मैं जितना शुक्रगुजार हुआ उतना घट है। और खासकर NCAIA ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जी आज अपने 20 साल एनिवर्सरी मना रहे हैं और इस मौके पर जब उन्होंने 20 साल की एनिवर्सरी मना रहे हैं, वहाँ अमरीका की 250th इंडिपेंडेंस डे सेलिब्रेशन हो रही है। इस टाइम बहुत ही बहुत
ਕਿਸੇ ਵਾਸ਼ਿੰਗਟਨ ਡੀਸੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਮਿਲੇ ਨੇ, ਡੋਨਲਡ ਟਰੰਪ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਮਿਲੇ ਨੇ, ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਮਿਲੇ। ਅੱਜ ਸਾਰੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਮੁਸਲਿਮ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਇਹਦਾ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਕੋਈ ਮਾਣ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ?
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਖਾਸ ਇਹ ਅੱਜ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਹਰ ਤਬਕੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਸਨ। ਇੱਥੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਵੀ ਸੀ, ਇੱਥੇ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਵੀ ਸਨ, ਸਾਡੇ ਮੁਸਲਿਮ ਭਰਾ ਵੀ ਸਨ, ਕ੍ਰਿਸਚਨ ਭਰਾ ਵੀ ਸਨ, ਕਈ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਸਨ। ਔਰ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਕੰਨਿਆ ਕੁਮਾਰੀ ਤੱਕ ਭਾਰਤ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਂਤਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਨ, ਤਾਮਿਲਨਾਡੂ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਸਨ, ਅਸਾਮ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਸਨ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਜ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੰਬਲਿੰਗ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਹੈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਕਾਬਿਲ ਸਮਝਿਆ।
Thank you for your time.
It's 20 years today. To the chairman, to the president Anjana, to the founders, Nagendra ji who's here, and I would also like to remember Shri Harswarup Singh ji, who's not with us anymore, but he was also one of the founders. And so many others people who have brought this organization to where it stands today. Pavan Bezwara, Kirti, Krishna ji right there, Dr. Gupta, and the Sikhs of America members here who are sitting, Balginder Singh, Gurvinder Sethi, Jaswinder Singh, and so many others, Gurpreet and Soma is here. And as I see this room, I see the family here who's been together in this journey. So thanks to all of you for bringing this organization where it is today. And we're so proud of it. I'm always happy and delighted to see our comptroller, Brooke Learman. A special round of applause for Brooke. There are times when I read the difficulties that our state is going through fiscally, and I wake up at night thinking we are in $3.2 billion deficit, we are here cutting, but then I go back to sleep that we have Brooke who's handling this so beautifully, and I don't know what would have happened if Brooke was not here during these tough times. So thank you, Brooke, for steering the state in these difficult times. We also have from the embassy my dear friend, not just my dear friend, but I think everybody in this room and beyond knows him, and all of us have called him once or twice or maybe more for some task or other, and he's always been there for us. And I consider him the ambassador, who's the real ambassador from India. So thank you, Rajiv ji, for what you do for us. And We have the chairman of our Commission on South Asian Affairs from the state of Maryland, Mr. Preet Thakkar Saab. Thank you, sir, for your leadership and what you're doing. Thank you so much. I am so happy today that this 20th year is coming the same year as we are celebrating 250th anniversary of this great nation. Our adopted home, our home, the great nation of United States of America. And we need to re-energize ourselves and commit to the prosperity of this nation, because we are more committed, we are more in numbers here, we are deep-rooted now, and we have our children, our grandchildren, and generations now rooted in this country for the futures to come, for the next 250 years to come. So, and one of the things that I'm seeing nowadays is there's a little backlash on South Asian communities that we see nowadays, and that we have to overcome together. And that we have to overcome by uniting and not by becoming aggressive or anything like that. And we need to re-energize and redouble our efforts to what we contribute to this great nation. We are very proud when we hear that the top 15 CEOs of top 15 US companies are Indians, and we're doing so good, and Indians are in politics, and Indians are holding high offices, and that's a very proud moment for us, and we feel very proud, and we are thankful to this country for giving us that opportunity. We always should be. But at the same time, there's a very small, thin line between proud and ego. We should not bring ego. We should be proud, but we should not get egoistic. Oh, we are the only ones. There have been other communities, there have been other cultures before us who have contributed to this great nation. They were Italians, they were Germans, they were Chinese, they were African Americans. So this country, everybody has contributed. So we should, where we have pride in our contributions, we should not become egoistic about it. And we should be doubling our efforts to contribute more to this great nation. Nobody can take India out of us. We will always be Indians, but the day we took that oath, we were given another name, American Indian. So now we have to balance that. We have to truly balance, and we need to keep this in mind for our children, for the new immigrants. I would urge and ask all of you that take a vow and start volunteering. We do a lot of stuff. We go and do India Day Parade, we celebrate Baisakhi, we celebrate Diwali, but also assimilate and start taking part in all American holidays and American cultural programs. Also, volunteer. I've been going to hospitals for years, and I see the top doctors from India, all the top specialists, and everybody's Indian, but I never see my brethren sitting at the reception in the lobby volunteering, like I see so many other our American brothers and sisters. So we need to start doing that. We need to show up, we need to be there, and we need to volunteer. We have never volunteered for fire department. We should end up there and volunteer in all these American things. And we should be more proud of ourselves when we start doing these things. So once again, thank you, congratulations on the 20th anniversary and the 250th anniversary, and we will all celebrate this year together, NCIA's 20th anniversary and America's 250th anniversary. Thank you so much, everybody. Jai Hind, and God bless America.
To be here with all of you this evening on this beautiful early June Maryland evening. What a joy it is to be here with you. And again, for those who have never met me, I'm Brooke Learman. I'm honored to serve as the 34th Comptroller of the state of Maryland. Now, some of you might say, Comptroller, what's that? Well, just to start, I serve as our state's elected CFO. You may know me as the tax collector. I like to call myself the tax refunder. And I help guide our state's spending to strengthen communities across Maryland. That work gives me a unique vantage point on our state, its economies, its challenges, its communities, workers, families, and residents who drive it forward every day. You know, my agency of 1,300 team members across the state of Maryland, one of the things that I'm proud of is that we really are the first agency in Maryland's government that sees the numbers that tell the stories of how Maryland's families, businesses, and communities are doing. And my goal, of course, working with all of you, is to make sure those numbers look good for all of us. And so when I became comptroller, we adopted a new vision for our agency to work in partnership with leaders like you to build a Maryland that is more equitable, more resilient, and more prosperous, so that all Marylanders can reach their full potential. And let me tell you a little bit about what that means. So today, over 420,000 AAPI residents call Maryland home. New citizens, immigrants, neighbors, friends, family, second generation. You lead multinational firms, local businesses, essential nonprofits that support Marylanders in every corner of our state. You are teachers, you are surgeons, you are IT providers, you are consultants, you are more. And your economic impact is extraordinary. Maryland is home to more than 14,000 Asian-owned firms, employing more than 118,000 Marylanders. Together, those businesses generate more than half of the revenues of all minority-owned businesses in this state. Half. That is phenomenal. That is not a footnote, friends. That is a foundation, right? These communities also strengthen the very fabric of Maryland, helping make us one of the most diverse states in the nation. And that diversity is not just something that we celebrate at dinners like this one. It expands our economic impact, it drives innovation, it deepens our communities, and it makes our state stronger. Diversity is not a policy, it is life. If you look at the natural world, the ecosystems that thrive, that survive drought and disease, they're the ones with the greatest variety. When you have a monoculture, one blight can wipe it all out. A diverse system, it bends, it adapts, it endures. And what is Maryland if not that kind of ecosystem? A place that recognizes and celebrates different languages, cultures, and that recognizes that strengthens us. And at a time when too many voices at the national level would have us believe otherwise, you are helping us prove them wrong, showing Maryland and the entire nation that our diversity is not a vulnerability, it is our competitive advantage. And Maryland's, yes, it is true. And Maryland's immigrants power that advantage. They make up 17% of our state's population and over 21% of our workforce. There is meaningfully higher participation rate than US-born Marylanders. In fact, without immigration, Maryland may have lost population for the past 3 straight years. So these strengths and your contributions truly do drive our state's progress and make Maryland a place that I'm very proud to call home and to be raising my 2 children in. It's why when I became comptroller, we took action. We created not just a new role, our New Americans Director, and we have Sergio back there, but yes, thank you. We also created an advisory council specifically around New Americans to make sure that we were hearing those voices in our agency and also that we were sharing our work with those communities here and across the state. I'm also so proud to have a leadership team in the Office of the Comptroller that reflects the diversity of the state of Maryland, because that makes us a better agency. We can do better work for the people of this state. And right now, one look at the news tells us that we need progress now more than ever. From growing economic inequality to the federal administration's deliberate disinvestment from Maryland, cutting federal workers, threatening research funding, undermining the institutions that our communities depend on. We need coalitions that bring us together and celebrate us together instead of dividing us. We need leaders who find solutions instead of building barriers to growth. And that is exactly what NCAIA makes happen and why I was so excited to come this evening. For 20 years, this organization has brought together Asian, Indian, and Marylanders, business owners, community leaders, advocates, and neighbors together to learn, to connect, and to find ways to strengthen our state. That is not